Okay, so I tried to make this video once, and then I had an exam that I had to study for, so I was very flustered, so I couldn't put my thoughts together. But now I have an iPod Note with all the stuff that I was thinking about, so now I'm good to go. Something that I've noticed on TV, because one of my great loves of life is to sit there and watch CSI from when it comes on Spike TV to when it ends, is that commercials are becoming very, very kind of sexist. I have a few examples of these commercials that I just cannot stand because they're trying to come at these situations from a humorous angle to sell a product to you, but at the end of the day, for certain people, it will probably come off as offensive. One that is not sexist, it's actually just, homophobic, is... and the whole situation involving the commercial makes me laugh, not just the commercial itself, but how they went about treating the situation that was the commercial makes me laugh. And that is the $10 any deal at Pizza Hut, where they incorporated fantasy football with the $10 any deal, and they got Reggie Bush to do the commercial as a spokesperson. And there's this part where the guy who has Reggie Bush on his fantasy football team is sitting there, and he says, well, I guess we're both having a fantasy. And Reggie Bush goes, that's a little weird. And I remember the first time I saw that, I was actually really uncomfortable because I was like, why are they getting somebody who is admired by not only children, but also adults, because he's a very highly respected football player, saying something that is borderline offensive to gay people. So the sneaky little workers at Pizza Hut, whoever does their PR, notice this and cut the commercial so that you don't hear him say, that's a little bit weird. Now it just cuts to like pictures of pizza and stuff, and it makes me laugh because I caught on to that, and I was like, wasn't this commercial different? Didn't this commercial used to make me a little bit uncomfortable and all this different stuff? And now it's politically correct and good to go. But one of the biggest issues in commercials these days that I've noticed is that they're just sexist. There's sexist commercials all over the media. I'm not just talking about like sexist towards women. I'm talking about sexism towards men too. Like the Tide commercial with the little girl who likes to get dirty and likes to build auto shops out of her Lincoln Logs or Legos or whatever they are. It establishes a gender binary and says, yada, 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 girls can't like masculine things, blah, blah, blah. And that one's an obvious sexism against women. But there are some commercials that are blatantly sexist against men, too, that I don't think as many people are talking about because we usually just associate sexism with women, when really it's happening both ways. I had such a problem with the Tide commercial because it establishes that gender binary and kind of says to you if your kid likes things that aren't in the social construct of what they're supposed to like, then you should be concerned and you should be worried. When really, you should just be happy that your kid is happy doing the things they like to do. But another one that is sexist, original, like you would think right off the bat that it's sexist against women, is the Dr. Pepper 10 commercial, where the guy is going through the forest and he's shooting stuff, and it's very Predator, Arnold Schwarzenegger-like. And a lot of people are like, I think this is sexist against women. And it is. It's saying that women can't like masculine things, but at the same time, it's very sexist against men because it's promoting a stereotype of men that they're all just meat-headed jocks that like to shoot guns and watch action films all day. And, a lot of people don't pick up on that when they see these commercials. We are all capable of feeling every different side of the spectrum of emotion. Guys, it's okay. Like, it's okay for guys to feel sad sometimes. It's okay for guys to like a little bit more feminine things. It's okay for a guy to like his face to be clean and for him to want to go to a romantic comedy because he wants to feel good inside as opposed to blood, guts, gore, I want to see bullets flying through people's abdomens kind of thing. Like, it's okay. Like, it's not a big deal if a guy wants to do that. We have created these social constructs for men just as much as we've created them for women. To the point that I grew up in the South where the social constructs between a man and a woman were so defined that when I was a little kid, I was under the impression that physically and biologically grown men could not cry. I heard so many different things about how you are a man and you keep your emotions in check and you don't cry, that I thought that my dad was incapable of crying because that's what happens when you get older as a man. They do the same exact thing in the McRib commercial where the guy is about to go on his honeymoon. And I think this commercial is stupid for two different reasons. First of all, because it's, obviously because this video is about sexist commercials and, it's sexist to think that, the honeymoon and the wedding are just a woman's day. It's just a woman's thing. When really, it's something that is for both of you. If you both are sitting there committing the rest of your lives to each other, then Bridezillas, back it up. Don't stop freaking out. Stop calling it your day because it's your husband, your future husband's day too, because you're not the only one jumping into this forever relationship with this person. He is too. So don't have that attitude. And guys, don't sit on the sidelines. Get involved. It's not saying anything bad about yourself if you want to say, I want a little bit of input into this wedding as well. It's just saying that you deeply care about this person, that you want it to make it memorable for the both of you. That being said, absolutely stupid commercial. The guy is about to go on his honeymoon. He starts freaking out because the McRib is back and he's going to miss it because he's in some foreign country. And then he gets on the plane and then the other guys start freaking out because they're going to the same place, obviously, and they're going to miss the McRib too. And it's like, really? You are about to get laid so much you're not going to know what to do with yourself and you're worried about the McRib? But once again, it promotes the stereotype that men aren't really concerned with feminine things like weddings and honeymoons. They're more concerned with things like guns and food and beer and hot women or whatever. Whatever it is that the commercial is trying to sell to you, men are more concerned about that than they are with feelings or a woman or a relationship. Same thing with that frickin' Klondike bar commercial where the guy is like, what would you do for a Klondike bar mint? And then he has to listen to his wife speak for like 5 seconds and he wins a Klondike bar. You seriously cannot listen to your spouse speak for 5 seconds? You should not be in that relationship. So that's my little rant on commercials. If anybody who watches this video sees a commercial that they think I should analyze with the copious amounts of time that I have, I don't really have that. But I will do it, and I will give you my input on what I think is so terrible about that commercial.